What's up, folks?
What's up, guys?
Man, people have been doing a little bit of fishing, right?
Dude, it has been, I say a weekend. It's more than a weekend. It's been an insane week for fishing and hunting and everything.
All over.
No doubt.
Yeah, everybody.
We finally got the boat out. Didn't catch a fish, but we got the boat out and we tried our best.
At least you got the boat out.
Yeah, you got out on the water. I saw. We'll show the photos in just a bit here, but yeah, you hit the water. It was a gorgeous looking day out there.
Yeah,
I'd be happy with it.
It doesn't leak any longer. The 3 holes that I patched up, all 3 held. So
good. That's good.
Off in the boat. So we're ready to go.
All right. Well, WTF Mike was in here real early. I don't know if he's here now. Schoolie Nation's around.
Nice.
Who else? Wild Japan. How you doing, Wild Japan? We missed you last week. And Ben's in the house. Ben was with me this past week. We went and did a little fishing out of Venice, Louisiana.
So envious on that run, guys.
What?
We're going to be getting into that, but that was such an enviable run.
It was top 2 fishing trips in my life, and I'm trying to figure out what the other one would be that would be comparable to it. It might be number 1. I don't know. Awesome.
Well, Ben, where's it rank on your scale? I know Ben's been on a lot of offshore trips. Where's it rank on one of your trips?
I will say I missed out on that one. I'll have my own stories to tell. But the last trip that we did with Ben last summer when we went red snapper fishing, I'm going to put that as a top 5 trip.
Yeah.
That was so fun doing that. It's been going a 5-foot shark. Dude, they caught that Jack Crevalle. First off, those are just like an absolute, that is like one of the most fun fish in the world to fight. I never, even though they're terrible to eat, I never complain about Jack Crevalle. They got like a 8-9 foot silky out on the jetty like a week and a half ago.
Oh, that was Ben's first trip for tuna.
Nice. Well, man, you guys start off with a fucking
yellowfin tuna. Yeah, it was awesome.
What's up, Peter?
There's Peter. Ain't seen Peter in a minute. # more Peter.
We're going to be trying to do some live streams on his channel, but it's going to be more 18 and up oriented conversations.
Right. That makes sense. Oh,
It'll be those conversations where we have a few drinks and it goes completely off the rails and we're embarrassed to probably have to delete the live stream later.
Uh-oh. Farmall's in the house. Good to see you, Farmall.
Appreciate that, man.
Caught that jack for 10 minutes, lost it right at the edge. Through the hook. Ouch. I'm assuming it's a jack.
I accidentally, hey, what's up, 405? I accidentally logged in with my TubeBuddy account here, so I don't have access to settings. I'm going to back out real quick. I'm going to jump back in with my other account so that I want to throw some music up, and I got to pull up slides and stuff.
Cool.
I'll be back in just a second.
405 Outdoors, what's up? Yes. So, man, so you got the little boat out, Grant. Did a little fishing. Now are you muted? I don't hear nothing. Yeah, you're muted, Grant.
There we go. He's saying he needs one more beer. I think that's what he said. I can read sign language a little.
He's having some kind of issue. We got no audio from Grant.
Interesting. He doesn't look muted either.
Yeah, on my end it shows muted.
Oh, it does. I'm not seeing it.
Maybe pop out and pop back in, Grant. Oh, you can't?
Yeah, okay. It does look like it's on your end. Hey, Janet.
All right, let him try to come back in.
Hey, Danny. My ASL sucks. Mine too, but I'm fairly confident what he was saying was that he needed another beer and that he didn't like He didn't like his T-shirt that he was wearing.
So we got now. That's
Time
probably what he was saying.
Yeah,
he said he
Peter's
saw the
ASL is dead on.
thing. All right, we'll wait and see if he pops back in.
Twice if you're in Milwaukee.
Oh man.
What do you say we kick on some music?
Yeah, you gonna do that? You want me to?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
What do you think? And here, let's do a little.
Nothing to put us to sleep.
All right, deal. Little rock.
Come on, Grant.
So, man, everyone I have talked to had some kind of like awesome going on this weekend. We've all got stories, and I tell you, we got a ton of photos we're going to be taking a look at from the Discord server. But it's just like everyone. It was just one of those rare weekends. That's the whole reason that we titled the stream the way that we did, because everybody's got something. Grant, what did you have? You got audio?
I'm back. I don't know. My computer just went blurry, and I had a circle spinning.
That's weird.
Ouch.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was weird. Yeah, it was showing you muted on my end, but I don't know. Very weird.
Yeah.
Hey, do we want to? Can I throw up a quick little something to get people's attention real quick?
Do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Look at that box. I hope this camera's on. Look at that box.
Yeah.
What is that? 7 or 8 in the box?
Freeman coffin box. I recognize that.
Yeah.
Excited
boy.
seeing that, dude. Oh, that is so awesome. You got the floaters?
Yep, we're out at floater 65 miles out. It's not too far from Venice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was awesome. So I'm, of course, going to be doing a video. I've just got all the video downloaded to the computer, so it's going to take me a little bit of time to do some editing and put it all together, but I figure by the end of this week, we should have that out there for you all.
Sweet.
Yeah. Man, it was awesome. Hey,
I've got similar.
Stanley.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you had to show, it's not down there anymore. So I don't know if you need to re-add it or what.
Yeah, good call on that. Why don't now? See, that's so weird to me. Like, no, that's not right.
That's not right.
That was from last week. So why did it? So that's weird to me. So I didn't have access to settings or anything in here, but it did let me have access. Google OAuth, dude, that is so weird. It let me have access to like pulling up slides. That just seems wrong to me.
But now you're in at a different account, I guess.
Yeah, I'm in a completely different account, but why did it let me pull them up a minute ago?
Yeah, so Jason, who came with Ben, he was on the snapper trip with us. He works out on those rigs out there. He flies out and spends 2 weeks at a time on them doing IT stuff. So yeah, he was pointing out the ones and talking about the different ones he's been on that are out there. So that's pretty cool.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Although I tell you what, before I started the YouTube channel, I was doing oil field stuff, and I would go fishing with my dad. I did wellhead, and so all of those rigs, that's all like oil well. You know, they all have a wellhead sitting up there, and I would go fishing with my dad, and I could not have fun. We'd be out at those oil rigs, and I'd be identifying the different components of the wellhead, and I'd be mad about work, and I was just miserable about it and stuff. So, I mean, the oil field in and of itself, like at least the company that I worked for, they were absolutely miserable, just not good human beings. and so that leaves, I have a real bitter taste in my mouth for that whole thing.
I think the only thing, so a helicopter comes in, right, which is cool, right? But then there's a lot of helicopter sound over the video, which it's all right. It is what it is. I mean, if you're at those ones that are unmanned, they got that big loud horn that goes off every so often, so.
Right.
Monica, how are you
I
doing?
haven't seen Monica in a minute either.
Right? She's been busy. How have you been?
Folks popping in. Yeah, you know what? So we know leading up to this last week, if you're looking at different fishing forums and other, Facebook groups and all that, everybody, at least down here on our coast, we're talking about how excellent the weekend was going to look, and this last week was the week to get out there and It was for us, man. It was flat calm on the Gulf. Flat calm. And then looking at now some of the results of people's fishing out there, that's why the video's titled the way it is. People were tearing it up.
Yeah, we fought a little bit of wind Sunday, but I mean, we tried. We fished from probably 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and she mainly bass fished the whole time through 3 or 4 different things. We fished the lily pads. We fished the rocks. She had a gar chasing a frog, and I had a bluegill come off of a crappie jig.
Oh, dang it. He was so close to getting that first fish of the year, and the year's almost half over.
You know, I don't even care. The photos that you got, you look happy out on the water. You're out on the boat. The leaks are fixed. Seeing Janet like chauffeuring you around, that was awesome. I've got some video of her loading the boat on the trailer that I'll probably drop it tonight.
Cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I hear shorts videos all over that.
We heard her.
Yeah.
It's been a great week. It's been a really good week. So I'll talk. So me and 5 other people went to Venice, Louisiana, known for, get into tuna and stuff like that a little closer inshore than we get to here in Texas. And everything aligned perfectly for us. We got down there. The lodging was okay. Wasn't great. But it was, sufficient. But the boat, 37-foot cat, only 5 months old, Freeman, beautiful boat, 4 big old Zukis on the back of it. Water was flat calm. Captain was excellent. Mate was excellent. And a great group of guys. We got out there, we fished, we worked hard. We got on a first swordfish for me and several of the other guys. 1,300 foot down, and we did not have an electric reel. So in the video, when I do it, you'll see 6 guys rotating around the boat, coming up to their turn to get on that reel to bring that fish up. And we actually hooked 2. One got off near the boat, and then the other one we got in the boat. I just had it for dinner tonight. It's excellent. So, we had a great. Now the drive, almost 11 hours going there. When you get near New Orleans, we hit New Orleans at rush hour. So that sucked. 11 hours drive there, then get up in the morning, go out on the boat all day, and then 10-hour drive home. That part's rough, but the trip wouldn't change a thing about it. It was so much fun.
Do you know the names of any of the spots you were at? I'm curious.
No, he didn't give us any names. I mean, we didn't fish too many spots. We went to that floater. That's where we caught all the tuna. And then we went to another area where we came in a little closer because the floater, I think he said, was 6,000 feet deep. Then when we came in closer, we were in 1,300 foot, and that's where we got on the swordfish. And it's the Mexican Gulf Fishing Company. And they're big. They've got several boats. They got 42-foot Freemans. I think they got like 5 or 6 boats. And you can hear, they're on the radio. Besides BSing, they're also telling each other info, So it makes it nice for those guys to be able to work with each other to get on the fish and make it better for us, the customer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm wondering if you weren't in like this vicinity over here, these salt domes over here or something.
Could have been.
I was curious because while we were out on ours, so for the trip that we were out, we were on, these salt domes and stuff. And we were running into guys from Houston in this vicinity over here. We were over here. Houston was right over here. So I was wondering how close we may have been, but we probably weren't that close. Reason
All I know is it was awesome.
Why is it doing this?
Oh yeah, Ben. Ben was throwing a jig, and at one point we're moving, and I don't think Ben knew right away that we were going to move, and I don't think the captain realized Ben had a lure out. So the captain takes off. So now this jig is trailing behind us, and Ben's trying to crank it in, and it comes flying through the air and hits a rod right in front of one of the guys. We're like, oh shit, because we didn't know what it was. And then the captain, he didn't really scold you that bad, but he was like, yeah, keep that shit from the back of the boat. He didn't want you using that stuff up there or back there where the rods were.
Don't feel bad about that. Don't feel bad about that. That somebody else did that to me on our trip, and I'm new boots. I'm the greenhorn on that one. So it happens.
Didn't even remember that. There's so many things that happened on that trip. It was just freaking awesome.
Monica, there are secret spots, so I know. And as a seasoned professional at this, I just want to say, a seasoned professional greenhorn, mind you, I was so careful about what I just said when I pulled that up. Like, check this out. This is exactly how I had that conversation. I had it like this. We were in this several hundred area mile area. He was in this several 100-mile area. I was not at all specific about the places that we were, and I wasn't asking for specificity. I was kind of curious, but yeah, I was real careful about that one because of exactly what you're saying.
But that's good representation, that map you use, showing folks how close Louisiana is, right, to the deep water versus Texas. We've got a long, slow.
That's why people go to Venice, I assume, is because of that exactly. I'll pull it back
up. That is exactly why. You can just get to the deep water quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, the fish come in closer. You can see, so like if you're in Louisiana, the run is just like that far. Yeah. Whereas we did a run that was from over here to this general vicinity over here. Look at the light blue. It's a lot lighter, a lot longer run from there than it would be from there to there if that trench is where you were at. And that's probably just the start of where you were guys.
Exactly.
Going.
We were at that very bottom tip that's sticking out. If you can.
Right over here?
Yeah, right there. Right where the Mississippi comes into the ocean.
Yeah, so see, that's every one of these domes. These are salt domes, and every one of those is a good fishing spot. Anytime you see anything like this, those drop-offs is going to be a good fishing spot. So the distance between there to any of that versus what we were doing, it's just night and day difference.
Big difference. So we lose Grant. Where you at, Grant?
Yeah, I keep waiting for him to pop back up.
Oh, Ben had to step away too. God, what is going on around here?
Can we please get some emojis in the chat for Grant? I think that's what he needs to get him back.
Yeah. Some drink emojis, some high fives.
Yes. Let's get some beer emojis in there. Get that man a beer.
Get that man a beer. That's probably what he's doing, getting beer.
Can Farmall, can everyone do this? This is what I want. Since we're like not monetizing all that stuff because we're just trying to have fun with this, we don't give like 2 cents about like being monetized. Like we're gonna do the made up super chats. Let's get back on that way.
There you go.
Yeah, I understand, Grant. Understand. I still want the made up super chats though.
Technical difficulties.
So you were out there in Louisiana doing that. My plan was to get out and do some spearfishing. The conditions have been, like you said, it laid down. It was really pretty. The sun right in my face over here. So that was my plan all week. And then I
remember you saying that.
Right last minute, I got a call to go out with my uncle on Thrill Ride and go out on an absolute death trip. And we got into swordfish. First time in years. I know. I saw you post that photo in the Discord server about your swordfish, and I was like, I was all proud of mine. Like, I didn't even want to show it off because I was like, oh, he got tuna, and that's awesome. I don't want to make him feel bad. And then I see that you got a sword. I was like, holy crap, I'm so glad I did not bail on this fishing trip. It would have been me feeling bad about it.
So it just goes,
bastard. Farmall, you can drop another one.
It just goes to show, right? I'm fishing out in Louisiana. We have been hearing these great reports from there for yellowfin tuna, and so we're getting loaded on the boat. Just meet the captain, and I said something about, so is the yellowfin still really good? And he said, well, it was up to about 4 days ago. He goes, it's been a little tough the last 4 days. He goes, We might be able to get a couple. And then when we got there in the first, not even a minute, we've got one on, and there's two, there's three, so we're in Louisiana killing it. You're in Texas off the coast killing it. It's just, and then like I said, some of the photos you'll show later, everybody was killing it. So it was just a great week for fishing.
Yeah. Okay. So I got to say something real quick. Initially, like right after we were done with the live stream last week, I think immediately after the live stream, I hit up Danny fishing without a boat. And we were talking about going out spear fishing. That was a conversation. And I think I texted him like last minute, like, dude, I'm sorry, but I'm bailing. I've got this other fishing trip that I got invited out on. Which was, I learned a lot. Like that's kind of my thing. Like right now is I'm trying to learn as much of this stuff as possible because you don't get many opportunities to do like a trip like that. So I go out there, scrub decks. I'm just trying to learn. And so I don't really like make apologies on that. You kind of have to do what you have to do. I'm sorry that we weren't able to line it up to go spear fishing. We are like looking at future opportunities. But also at the same time, I got put in my place a couple of times, like the deckhands, the guys at where Alcoholic's going to be stored. They were asking me some stuff about the boat. They needed some assistance getting it like moved around and stuff like that. And I had to sit there, like after a minute, I had to kind of be like, hey guys, I can't do this. I need you to do this. This is just, and I told them straight up, I was like, hey guys, so FYI, just for the record on this, I'm just the hand on this trip. Like I straight up just scrub decks. I made no bones about it. I'm the guy here that's, I'm here to get dirty. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Man,
so I apologize for missing out on you with that one, Danny.
And he missed out not being out there. Even the jetties, I mean, man, fishing was just fantastic. I hope that's not the best weekend of the year because we got a lot of the year to go. But I think it's the best so far for a lot of people.
Yeah, best so far for sure. Best of the year thus far. And it's rare. It happens. When it happens, it's this time of year. It's nice.
Yeah.
So, like right now, it looks like I may be going out on Friday. So we can have that conversation again. It is right. That's going to suck.
Yeah.
But there's opportunity there.
Yep.
Possibility.
I'm not going anywhere near the water this weekend.
Yeah. Hey, and Danny, I needed to chill. I totally agree with that. Like, that's how I was after this trip. I was, for the last 3 days, like I'm still kind of in recovery mode myself. You got to take advantage of those times when you can get them. So we got photos and stuff coming up here in a minute, but there's a ton of them. How would you feel about pulling up the photos from like the trips that we're talking about? I've got a few. We can like jump back and forth between them. We don't have to do it all at once.
Let's do it. I'm down.
This was your trip. That is sick.
It was.
Those floaters are amazing. Swordfish, yellowfin. When you start talking about swordfish, yellowfin, that is about as awesome of a fishing trip as you can get. That's when people start, like the Wicked Tuna guys are doing bluefin, which is, the other TV show is swordfish. You're getting real high end with that kind of stuff.
It was awesome. And Ben, I hadn't seen your underwater photos yet. He bought a cheap underwater camera, he said. He had left it on when it wasn't underwater, so he's got a little footage of stuff we didn't need to see.
We've all done it.
But those look good. Those are great photos. I love the one with the tuna in it. Good job.
Yeah. Did you get one of them jacks, John?
We did. No, I didn't. But one of the guys did hook into a big jack too.
Oh,
and then there's a moment where they're throwing the baits over because now we've been there long enough that the baits are starting to die, so they're throwing them over, and the jacks are just coming in and tearing up these baits as he throws them in the water. Pretty cool.
I'm glad you didn't get any because I know your biggest jack is not that big. It's not as big as the one in the photo.
No,
yeah, I cannot wait. They're all over the place. I can't wait to get you out to like one of those inshore rigs and get you like one of my goals in life is to get you in a 36-inch jack. You will have a ball.
Maybe next month.
Hoping.
Less than a month away now before we get the boat in the water.
You're right about. I've got that weekend entirely dedicated to you.
I've got to get that port motor running, but yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, Ben, your photos are awesome, dude. Keep them coming. This is sick. This is rare air right here. What you're talking about, those like underwater shots of tuna and stuff.
That was a hell of a day, and that was a good crew, guy. Everybody got along. Everybody just had a good time. After a fishing trip like that, I'm wore out. I'm usually like, no, I'm not going to go out and eat. I'm going to go lay up and rest. But yeah, everybody's like, no, we want to go eat this stuff. So went back to the room, showered up, everybody got ready, and we went out to the restaurant at the marina, and man, it was good eating.
yeah, I hadn't gotten into that one yet, Ben.
Look, there's one point where I'm rolling in my second tuna, and I'm noticing, because I've been watching, right, and I noticed the deckhand would hit a button on the reel, which would change the gear for people. And I've got this tuna, I've been fighting him for a while, and I'm like, hey, why hasn't he hit this? I said something, and he came, oh, like, oops, my bad, and hits the button for me, and then it becomes easier, right? And I think he just wanted to make me work a little harder for that fish than the other guys, is what he was doing.
I agree with that, because the more tired you are, the more fun you had.
Well, and I think Ben was the one that mentioned it, doing the tuna first and then going and deep dropping and hand reeling in that freaking swordfish.
Yeah.
We think they did that on purpose too, because they knew when we were done with that, we were done. There was none of us were going to be, hey, let's try something else. We were ready to roll.
So we did take a different approach. And hey, Mark, yeah, so we're switching it over. Like, I don't know, we're experimenting with it, switching over. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. We appreciate you coming and hanging out with us.
Just subscribe to it.
Yeah, we do miss your presence here. So you are a valued individual.
Monica,
so that was John's trip. Let me show you ours.
Yeah, let's see.
So I also managed to get a sword. I was I got to take the photo with it because I didn't have any photos with swordfish. We threw one away, as you can see up at the top there. He was actually legal, but we had questions. And we're so far offshore, you can't check the limits. We didn't expect to get one. It's been years since we've got a swordfish. Now we were like getting into them, and we were hoping for bigger ones. This was legal, but you know, we had questions about it, so we let them go. And we got a great video coming out. I managed to get into that hammerhead over there. I had some fun with that. He was screwing up our opportunity to get swordfish. So had a little bit of fun with that behind the scenes. It'll come up in the video that I'll be editing here shortly. And then, of course, this whole time, so we're in a little bit deeper water than John was. I just have to point that out because we were using electric reels.
Oh, if we had it, I've been happy for it, because there were 6 of us on the boat, and we all took multiple turns cranking that reel to get that fish up. It was ridiculous. So I told Audrey tonight, after eating that sword and how good it was, I said, I need to get an electric reel.
They're worth their weight. I mean, either that or the other approach to that is you get somebody you get yourself like an 18, 21-year-old who's got a strong back and is willing to like put in the physical labor to get out on the water. That's the other approach.
Well, my boat, we have no 2-speed reels. We got old, rebuilt Penn Senators. So you're going to be working for the fish you catch.
I've got some open face. I've got some stuff that'll handle this. It still sucks. You still want the 21-year-old, but I do got some stuff that'll handle that. Hey, Scully, good luck, man. I want to see pictures.
Yeah, take it easy, man.
That's a bummer. I have Grant's pictures here too. I'll keep waiting for him to pop back in, but
yeah, Grant, where you at, bro?
Computer issues. What a bummer.
He's trying to jump in on his phone or something at least, or just be in the chat. That'd be cool.
Or whatever's going on with his computer. Like, good luck on getting that fixed. So there was a ton of other people. So that's just the weekend that we all had. Let's take a look at like the other. We're not the only ones. This has been like all over. This is universal.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Who's that?
Yeah, he's trying to get in. So check this out. This was the other weekend, the other week that other people have been having. There he is.
There's our man.
My computer wanted to update in the middle of our freaking live stream. Imagine that.
Oh yeah, that's when that happens.
Damn thing. All right, let's look at him.
Check this out.
Nice.
Big old flatty, big old gator gar, and a big old blue marlin. They all got a backstory.
Yeah, this I don't know, the captions are all like, let me see if I can get that full up here. Okay, so that caption right here on the left, this gentleman caught what is probably going to end up being the Pennsylvania record for a flathead. It was like a 60-something pound flathead, nice. 55 inches. Lake Corpus Christi, which is like a 30-minute drive from me, is a hot spot for alligator gar. And this gentleman just caught a 207-pound gar and released it. So that thing is still wandering around. Give it 6 months and you got a new record waiting for you.
And that one is going to be the lake record for now.
Yeah. I think that one's a confirmed record. And then on the right there, you have a 776-pound marlin, which was caught off the coast of, is it Georgia?
Orange Beach. So that's California or Florida. Is it Orange Beach? I don't know.
It wasn't Florida. It was Georgia, or I'll look it up here. Here, okay. I think I've right. Alabama is what it was. It was Alabama.
All right.
So that is the Orange Beach Classic tournament is a big billfish tournament that they have down there, and this is a tournament record fish for the history of the tournament, as I recall.
So I've caught one blue marlin, and it was 200 pounds, and it was a hell of a fight. So
yeah,
700 pounds, I could not imagine. I'm assuming they had multiple people fight that fish, but I don't know.
That crew, I'm sure that crew was on it.
Yeah,
it's huge. What's up, Mark J. Larson?
Difference. I learned this weekend, like the blue marlin I caught, I was in a fighting chair and all that, and none of the fish we caught this last week, there was no fighting chair, no belt, nothing. There is a difference. It's much easier. Well, not much easier, but it is easier if you're in a fighting chair compared to just.
Oh, I got a question about that. If that's the case, you didn't have a fighting chair, and I noticed I got all kinds of things to say about that Freeman you guys are on. But I assume they had did you have a harness, or did they have the rod and the holder on the gunnel?
For the swordfish, the rod was in the holder on the gunnel. It had the adjustable bent rod, but you can change it.
All right.
But for the tuna, mano a mano, you're just at the rail side of the boat.
Yeah, you just got to fight those guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for them. I'm glad that they put you through that. If I was going out on a charter like that, and I've never done yellowfin, I've done blackfin once. I got blackfin. And having done that once, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly how I would want to do that trip.
It's funny, though. Also, he was telling us, we brought that freaking swordfish up from 1,300 foot. He said, they're the strongest fish in the water out here. He said, if you tied an equal weight yellowfin tuna to that same swordfish, that swordfish would drag it backwards until it drowned.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, because those yellowfin tuna weren't easy, and we were catching them on surface, basically.
Now, swordfish, I can't rave enough about that. That is I consider that a once in a lifetime catch. Awesome. Having got one of those, that puts you in elite air. There are very few human beings on the face of the planet who have caught swordfish.
Ben, he's talking about no predators for the reel handle. So on those big conventional reels, you got the handle in your hand that rotates around the shaft of the handle as you're turning, right? That shaft got super heated. So as you're turning it, you can feel it hitting the side of your finger and burn it. A couple people got blisters from it. So battle wounds, man. Battle wounds. It was awesome.
That's why those guys got gloves on in that picture.
Yeah, probably so. Right.
Jeez.
I don't like wearing gloves. It's a weird thing to me, but I have a box of restaurant Band-Aids. Those blue, I don't know what they're called. They're like a cloth Band-Aid, but they're for restaurant quality stuff. And I put those on my fingers before I go out fishing with them. You'll see me in the video on the stuff. I've got the blue Band-Aids on my fingers, my thumbs, for reeling in the line.
Yeah.
On the reel, and also on these fingers, so that I can pull up on a line, I can pick up on it without it cutting my hand.
Yeah. I like gloves. I just didn't have none with me.
I have some, and I made the executive decision. I preferred Band-Aids against gloves.
Yeah, they were giving us a timer on how long you're on the reel on that swordfish. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of good banter. You'll see it in the video probably.
I can't wait. That is so cool. I'm so excited about that.
Me too.
So how long did you guys actually fish?
I think we got out there around 7 a.m. and I think we headed in around between 1:30 and 2 in the afternoon.
Wow.
All the tuna was caught in the first hour and a half, 2 hours, I'm thinking. And he had got, so they cast netted for bait. They ran out and got bait, and he was using pogies, right? And he said that they're not his preferred bait. They're just what's around right now, and that they don't last long. He says, we've got to do our work in the first 2 hours, and these things start dying, and then the tuna won't eat them. And that's pretty much what happened. And then at the same, we had a barracuda bite off once or twice. They saw a shark. I didn't ever see it. And then they had the jacks roll in, and it was just like a herd of jacks. And after that, it was like, well, we're not going to get any more tuna because the jacks are going to eat every bait you throw in the water.
Yeah, they're vicious. Grant, we got you back now. I want to pull up your photos.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look at this.
On the water.
Yeah, just seeing that. I can't tell you how, when I was editing this, when I was putting this together, I was having a little bit of a stressful time with just like daily stuff. And I was putting this together and I was like, oh, this is exactly what I needed to kind of step away from everything that I was doing. I was looking at this. We're talking about going to Wisconsin, getting that whole plan together. And I was just like, yes, this is what I want. Like, I cannot wait to do this, to see that.
Are those ospreys or what? What are those up in the tree? Eagles?
I think they're osprey. Yeah. Well, when we first came out of where the boat ramp is, it's probably about 20 yards wide, cattails, and just growed up on the sides for about maybe 100 yards, and then it comes out, opens up to the lake. Well, as soon as we got out to the lake, there's 10 or 12 cypress trees, and there was a bald eagle like 50 yards from us, right in the top, looking at us. And I go to grab my phone to get my camera to start recording, and it starts flying off.
Those could be, I think, bald eagle. I can't tell.
Yeah, they're definitely not bald eagles. I'm pretty sure
they're not? Okay.
Yeah.
We call those cara.
You're talking about the Mexican eagle. I don't know if that's the same thing, though. I think those are osprey.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're osprey.
The cara, that's a standing joke around here, because that is basically it's a white-headed vulture down here.
But they call it the Mexican eagle. So.
The Mexican eagle, yeah, which is white-headed vulture. Yeah. A little bit of a racist joke, not gonna lie.
They are neat looking.
Man, I'd say the diameter on that nest is probably 5 to 6 foot. It's a big nest.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we fished down the one whole side of the lily pads, and then fished down half the side of the rocks, and then hit a couple spots out in the middle. We hit several spots that we'd caught crappie and bluegill before, and I lost one bluegill, and that was it.
Huh. What do you think it was? A water temperature thing, or?
Well, I haven't talked to anybody that's been catching anything out there, but I mean, that lake's funny. It has a turnover every few years, and you'll see thousands of dead fish floating on the bank. And then it looked like they sprayed it for grass because there was a bunch of dead grass.
Huh. Well, that's not good.
Yeah, that sucks.
Pretty much all that you see water used to be lily pads. They sprayed it like 2 years ago to kill all the lily pads.
I got to leave some of that in there.
Yeah.
Is there no residual effects of them spraying for all that stuff? In Wisconsin, they got the big machines, like the lawnmowers that they run through the lake and suck it all up.
Yeah, they use like a helicopter to spray chemicals in it.
That's such a Texas resolution for something.
Yeah, it does sound like that, don't it? Sounds like something we do down here in Texas.
Yeah. Now that we know the boat's not leaking, maybe this weekend we can head somewhere a little further.
Cool. Good luck. I hope you do.
Man.
I want to see that first fish.
Yeah.
Me too.
Definitely. Gotta let nature be nature.
I agree with that. I like seeing that in Wisconsin. They got the big lawnmowers that go out there, and they actually, like, you get all this weed that's up, and I'm not familiar with it. I just kind of experienced it a couple of times, but the lake looked gorgeous to me, and everybody was telling me how they had, like, they mowed it all out. I was like, whatever. I don't know what that means. I mean, you can't mow up Sargasso. And then we pulled into port one time into the ramp, and they had the machine that was sitting there sucking up all that stuff. And I was like, oh, I get it. Like, I could see how that lake would be chock full of algae. You couldn't do anything if they didn't have that machine in there sucking it all up.
Yep.
So, hey, we had an amazing weekend. We all went out there and had a blast. What do you gentlemen say we take a look at what everybody else is? Especially we go fishing who just popped in here. So we got to take a look. I got their photos in here too. Totally understand that. What do y'all say we jump into some photos?
Let's do it.
Got it. So, just for the record, real quick, this is our photos of the week, and this is courtesy of the Premier Fishing and Hunting Discord server. There is a link in the description down below. If you haven't joined us, you really need to, because we have a whole lot of fun. All these photos are coming from that server, and we have a lot of fun pulling them up and taking a look at them all week long. Of course, also when we pull them up on the live stream here. So let's see what everybody's got, because there is a ton of photos. First off, of course, is our moment of zen, courtesy of all these guys who are getting outdoors and just enjoying nature. I know we had 405 just a little while ago. Mystic, who was one of our photography winners just a couple weeks ago. Of course, Wild Japan, Dax, Bacon Rider, and Vestuvian, just getting out there and enjoying some fresh air.
That's pretty photos.
Yep. Yeah, that's just pretty times all the way around.
Ooh, there's some fishes.
There is some fishing being done in the last week. We've got, I don't even know, Nokia 3310, the Dillinator, Vestuvian, who just had a slew of bass. Zorpan got out there, Wendy's, Thetis, Catfish McGee, Landyman, Tango. Everybody's getting out there and getting fish.
Is that kind of week? Was a fishy week.
And Mark, if you want to talk about that, I don't know much about mod stuff. What do you need to drop links to? We can help with that.
Yeah, let's see. Let's do this. How about we go?
Totally agree, Monica. Like, it's totally worth just seeing like a good sunset.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, you are now a moderator.
Get yourself a wrench. Kudos to everybody on this slide here who went out and just had a heck of a time. I really enjoyed putting this together. You guys killed it.
Yeah. A lot of fish.
Next up,
Man.
we got more coming. We got EVR, who made multiple trips out on the water. Mr. Man, who was just killing it on the crappie. We've got that Garth Farmer. We haven't seen her. She was with us last week. She went out and had a rabbit show. I haven't heard from her again. Looking forward to hearing how the rabbit show went. Zane has been in Africa, and we're going to talk more about this in the near future, but that's the most recent one. Yeah, that's insane right there. Tigers fan, Sheba, Danny Nowami, and Hideki. Everybody getting outdoors and having a good time.
Heck yeah.
And right after I put this whole thing together, Zane had like another slew of photos that he posted. So we're going to be talking about this again in the near future.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, he's just tearing it up. I wish we had more stuff from him behind the scenes. His stuff is just straight up. These are all the things that I killed. Totally understand that, Monica. Ben, It's been a week. I'm telling you, that's the whole reason that we titled this the way that we did, because it was a killer weekend for everybody. This is my family right here. Bryce and Owen, they went out first trip up in Wisconsin on the new boat. Got into the smallmouth, the bluegills, you name it. It's early season for them, but they're tearing it up and they're getting me excited. I absolutely cannot wait to get out there to Wisconsin and check this out. And of course, they'll be coming down later this summer, and I'm hoping and praying I can get them into something big shark, something like that. So Bryce, Owen, gentlemen, I cannot wait until you guys get down here. Rich tore it up. He got himself a big bull red, a couple of nice trout, and a couple of good slot reds on top of some whiting and everything else. And in a really funny, like little strange turn of events, my dad was up in Oklahoma, and he went in for bluegills. Like, my dad doesn't do that. It's so weird seeing like my father-in-law and my dad doing a complete role reversal on the fish here.
That's cool.
Thanks, Monica.
Yeah, there's some good bluegills in there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Monica, thank you for the pseudo super chat. Appreciate that. And Mark, thank you. Links in the description for all of the Discord server, all of that stuff. And of course, everybody in the chat over here, if you haven't checked out all these channels, Mark, thank you so much for posting those. I appreciate it, man. Next up, we go fishing.
Wow.
Check that out. Karen got herself a nice, I'm assuming that's a slot red. Ben, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Close.
And then he got himself a couple of really nice trout out there on what I assume is just like an average day for him.
That bottom trout is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Her smile's a lot bigger on that red.
Yeah.
Right? It's funny.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can see just a little bit more excitement on that. 26 inches, 6.5 pounds. 26, so that's a slot. That's legal.
Yep.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's just like on top of like good fish, it's just a pretty day out on the water too. Not sure where you guys are at. I'm assuming you're in the Houston area.
Yep. Definitely got a smile. Man, I couldn't remove the smile off my face from our trip in Venice, Louisiana.
But
Yeah, you know what? I was stressing out on our trip, and I was stressing out the whole time sitting there thinking like, you know, you can be stressed. You can be tired. You can be worn out, but you do it with a smile on your face. And shut up.
Yep. Yep.
Sabine, there you go.
I was just praying when he said that it's been slow lately. I was just praying. My whole goal was everybody catch a fish, right, on the trip. And man, we did that and then some. So
those are lifetime memory catches. And that's kind of what like everybody was getting. Everything that we're looking at today is all like straight up lifetime memory catches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course, you gentlemen out there in Louisiana.
Yeah, that was freaking awesome.
We were out there doing our thing out of Port Aransas. People must be wondering what you were really into, John.
Yeah, maybe. They knew. I just felt good that everybody had an awesome trip.
And this is our current Photographer of the Week 2023 Wall of Fame. Of course, last week we had Polish PR was our winner with that awesome little bass. We've got heavy competition this week. And so we're going to need everybody's votes. We need to know from everybody who is going to be our Photographer of the Week in this very loaded class that we have from an amazing weekend. Who is going to be the one that walks away with the win?
Ooh, oh, good.
Got Zane with I don't even know what that is. It's just sick. EDR with a beautiful bass. Dylanator got himself a good bass. And then Karen, we go fishing. That's the smile says it all.
I can't help it, that thing. You talk about dream fishing trips. That's a dream hunting trip, I bet, down there.
I agree. I have a real hard time on the voting with this one. But like my personal 2 cents on this one, that Africa trip to Zane, like he needs to take it all day long. At the same time, Karen, that red,
Yep.
Heck of a catch.
Tough. You go either way on this one.
D, girl power. I can't argue with that at all.
Yeah.
Get your vote in, folks.
Yep, putting mine in now. I'm still trying to figure out what mine is going to be. I'll abstain. I am biased. No.
You can vote.
Yeah, you're here. You get to cast a vote. That's not fair.
Yep.
You absolutely get to cast a vote.
Everybody else, when they show up, they get to cast a vote. If they're not here,
if Karen, the kids, and the family, if they all pop on real quick to the live stream and cast a vote, that counts too.
Yep, exactly. Tell everybody,
That's how that works.
Get your family involved.
My apologies to EVR and Dillinator. You should have been here. Get your families involved on the vote. You get onto the under the t-shirt. Oh, well, on whatever the prize is going to be here in the very near future.
Oops.
You know what? For that one alone, I think just like that reason alone, I'm going to go ahead and lean towards the redfish.
There you go.
That was my initial. So that's what I'm going with. That big
Mark,
smile.
Respect that. Yep.
Zane's needs to be in just a little more zoomed in.
I'm not gonna. I don't think anybody's feelings are gonna be hurt with Zane. He's got more coming. We'll be talking about this again next week.
Beautiful animal.
That absolutely is a heck of a catch. I wish Zane was here to talk more about it. I think that would probably score him a few more points.
Yeah, that'd be a good conversation.
Yeah, and we can have that conversation. Now, of course, to be fair to Zane, I do have to say that he is in Africa right now. He is doing his whole thing. He does not have the ability to jump on the live stream to have any conversations. So that, you know, to be fair to Zane, that is going on for him. I do have respect for that.
Hey, if you've got multiple channels, Monica, vote away.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I could pop out and come in and vote again 2 more times.
I'm just like, I'm too... I've got a drink in hand. I can only count A's and D's and B's and C's. I can only count numbers. I'm not going to sit here and try to verify it.
Once you're getting close to the end here.
Yeah,
not much left.
Yeah, he's probably got a big time difference as well.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like it's what?
I think it's D again. Well, I say D again, meaning isn't she on the Wall of Fame already?
So, just for the record for this conversation, Karen is on the wall. So is Ben from We Go Fishing. But if Karen wins on this one, We Go Fishing will have 3 wins, 2 of which will be Karen's.
But Ben probably took the picture. So
he should get credit for it? I don't disagree. And does anybody have any issue with that if Ben gets credit for Karen's fish?
I think dual credit.
It's their channel, right?
All right.
Ben, you tell me, who does the credit go to? I think D is running away with it. Who do we credit the photo to? There's no right answer for this question.
No, there's not.
Trying to get him in trouble.
Yeah.
No, that's a
I'm
nice.
Give him just a moment to answer while we tally up the remaining votes.
There's nothing to tally.
Some nice trophies up there.
He said her always. Smart man.
Yep, right answer. Well, you know what I got to say about that?
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Karen. You got yourself another win. You are on the board twice now. Ben, I do hope to see more from you in the future. I expected more from Ben.
Yeah, I can't keep getting outfished like that.
Awesome job, guys. And a heck of a win considering everything that you were up against on this.
Right.
What a good... So when we started this thing, we talked about how good this last week was of fishing across the board, and there you saw it, man. Holy smokes, there were some great fish caught.
He's just driving her around.
There you go.
Putting her, he's saying cast right there. I think that looks like a good spot.
Look, yeah, even when Audrey's out fishing me, which is usually when she's on the boat, I still get to take some credit as captain. I always say, hey, I put her on those fish.
It does make you look good. Yeah.
And Sunday, Janet was making some sweet casts. Like a bass has to hit that frog where she threw that thing, and they just wouldn't do it. I mean, they wasn't even spooking, nothing. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Boy. I hope you get to go try another place this weekend.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, we got a couple of minutes left here. Everybody in the chat. So the whole point of this is that everybody had an amazing weekend last week. Everybody had a great week. Now, the goal is not to just sit here and simmer in the enjoyment of the week or weekend that we just had. What are you going to be doing to follow up with that this coming weekend? Now's the time. What do you got? What are your plans for this coming weekend? We're going to use this as our accountability. Gentlemen, we'll start with you. Grant, what do you got coming up?
Well, I'm definitely going to, you reminded me to order a new memory card because the one I had was, I think, HD and gave me like 7 hours of memory on my 360 camera.
And it was nowhere near enough.
Well, and my new memory card that I just ordered was the same gigabytes, but it only gave me 30 minutes because it wasn't HD.
Oh, that ain't good.
So, yeah, I definitely got to get me a new memory card.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to try to get out. It's supposed to be nice all week, no rain, in the 80s, and it's dry and hot already.
That's good.
Getting there here, too.
So, back to boat work, boys. I got a starter relay to install on the port motor. I just got done wiring up the new VHF radio. I installed the NEMA 2000 network. I just got to clean up the wiring. Then hopefully, as it stands right now, one of the guys is coming over Saturday. So I need more than 2 hands to get the radar mounted on the roof. The wiring's all run, done all that. Just got to get it mounted, and we'll be that much closer to being done. So probably some shorts or TikTok videos for that stuff.
I just uploaded a previous video. If you guys saw the post that I made earlier, I caught a really nice redfish, big bull red. And there was a lot of work involved in that. That video is uploading as we speak. I hope to have that out this week sometime. Got to do all my YouTube nonsense stuff to it. And then I'll be editing the next one of this whole trip that we're going on. And I'm hoping, would dearly love it if anybody posted any kind of comment on any kind of video, whatever is necessary. I'm hoping to do some spearfishing on Friday. And it is my intention and goal to get Rachel out to the jetty to do some spearfishing.
There you go.
We'll see what I can make, if I can make it happen.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Ben is saying, yeah, it's looking nice.
I'm with we go fishing. I do stay away from the water on these big holidays just because all the knuckleheads are out there.
We'll be out on Friday if we can pull it out. We're going to be out on Friday doing our thing. I'm hoping I'm catching it early, and then we are going to Waco for my niece's birthday. Pete Orchard Studios, his daughter Cassidy, it's her birthday this weekend. So happy birthday, Cassidy.
Happy birthday.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, we definitely won't be going to any of the party lakes. We'll be going to just some small, back in the woods, country lake.
Yeah. Food plot Saturday and fishing Badger Room Sunday. Yeah, you do need to get out and go fishing with that 20-pound tackle box.
Yep.
Right.
I agree. Yeah, Peter, so am I. I can't wait. I'm hoping that we can get some time out in the lake up there, but if we don't, I don't really care. I'm not worried about filming anything this weekend. It's always fun when we do because it's family time. But if we have to do family time off camera, I'm not going to cry about that.
Understand that.
It was a good one, right? It was a good. That was the biggest red I've caught in a while. I'm not going to lie. I had to work hard for it. So we're going to see. I'm going to watch this video closely, see how it does. It's a little bit of, I tested the waters on a few things. We'll see how it goes.
Cool. Very cool.
Nice. Thank you.
It's that time.
It is that time.
It is that time.
There are drinks to be had.
Yep, and drinks have been drank.
Cheers.
All right, folks. So until next Tuesday, we will see y'all later. And we hope you have a great week and be ready to show up next Tuesday and let us know about it. And go to the Discord server and go ahead and post up some of your photos so you can get that photo of the wall going on. All right? All right, folks. Peace out.